In this video, we'll talk about the naming decimal places. And because, for example, if we end up with a number like this, 237.592, we would like to know, what is this? What is the name of that 3, of the position where that 3 is? What is the name of the position where that 2 is? And to do that, we want to know where the decimal place is, right? And so here is the decimal place, and we have the ones, like here is the 7. Because even the way we read the number, 237, right? So 7 is the ones. Then 37, right? The next position is tens, hundreds, right? 200. Thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. And it goes 10 million, 100 million, and so on. Now, after the decimal point, this place here, it's called tenth. Then this place here, the second place after the decimal point, is called hundreds. And then thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. So if we are to talk about 37.295 and we want to know the name of the position where 2 is, that is the 10th position. If we want to know what's the name of the a position where 9 is, that is the 100th position, right? Because we have the decimal point and we're talking about the second position from the decimal point to the right from the decimal point. So is the hundreds. 5, it's on the thousands position. Why would we want to know this? Because in math we deal with numbers, and sometimes we want to round the numbers. And if the problem says round it to the nearest tenth, then we would want to know what are we going to deal with, which one of these numbers it's on the 10th position, and how are we going to round it, right? So if it says round to the nearest 10th, then we are going to say 37 point, and we'd have to deal with 2. We will have to round that one. Well, if the next position is more than 5, then we round 2 to 3. If, for example, we want to round to the nearest tens, for example, we have 37.295 and we want to round to the nearest tens. So we know that 7 is the ones. I actually wanted, let's say, 137.295, and I want to round it to the nearest 100. I am looking at the next number, and because it's less than 5, we are just going to say 100. Or you can say 137.295, it's closer to 100 than to 200. So that's why we don't increase that. Okay, let's move to a few more problems. I kind of skipped through the steps here and I talked about rounding because I wanted you to know what's the reason why we learn this. Sometimes it doesn't say round to 1 decimal after the decimal point or 2 decimals. It tells you by name. So now, having the vocabulary, we can just go through these problems. For example, this one, it's the ones. This one is the ones. This one is the ones. This position here is the 10,000. This position is the 100. This position is the 10,000, right? Because this is 58,968, so it's the 10,000. This position where 5 is the 1,000. This position where 0 is the tens. 5 is the tens, right? 54, 56, so the tens. 7, it's on the thousands position. This one is on the 100 position, right? 141, and so on. I hope. Oh, actually, let's see if we have some decimals. Yes, we do have some problems with decimals. So here, the 9, it's on the, well, let's see. This one is the tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000s, 10,000s. This is how we write it. This one here, it's on the tenth position. This one is on the hundreds position. This one is on the 10th position. This one, it's on the ones, right? So the decimal point, it's the one that makes the decision. Here we have decimals, right? The one that ends in th, and here it starts with the ones and tens and hundreds, the ones that ends in s. So for example, this one, 9.69, it's actually 6, it's on the 10th position. I hope this helps.